Hello everybody, welcome back to Flower Club with me, Penny, your hostess. Today we have a fun 360 design. We've heard that a few of you are looking for a design that can be enjoyed from the whole way around, put it on a coffee table, something like that. So we're going to do that today. And we're also going to be doing a new technique today with a bit of wiring. So something to look forward to. Let's get cracking. Let's see what's in the box. Today, we have spider gerberas, got lots of little petals. They're really cool, I love them. And next we have a beautiful big bunch of sweet peas, and then a couple of little Australian native foliage. We're gonna kind of do a mixed native today. So there's a little bit of wax flower and some thread. Here's a sneak peek of what we're making today. So today, the vase that I'm going to design into is this one right here. Some of you might have this vase already, or any low vase with a quite wide open neck will work for you. What we're going to do is create some structure at the top of the vase. You can use any tape that you have at home, and I've pre-filled my vase before I start taping. And if you do that, just make sure that the lip of the vase is really dry so that your tape sticks nice and solid. All right, that's done. Onto our flower prep, taking the leaves off the stem so no foliage is below the waterline and starts dirtying the water and killing your flowers faster than we want. And this is wax flower. It's native to Australia, native to Western Australia. It smells nice too. And then we have our other native, which is thrip. We've used this previously, has lots of little blooms, so it kind of doubles as a foliage and a filler. Just separate some of the little pieces, anything that's kind of hanging off, get rid of that, and then keep all these little pieces. They'll be really handy in a low arrangement like we're making today. And I'm just going to look for any little stems like this that don't have any blooms on them, just to make sure the finished result is really polished and there's no kind of sticks, just kind of pulling focus and interrupting your flowers. All right, and then for our sweet pea, I love sweet pea because it has a lot of personality. Each stem goes in a different direction. It has all these little kind of tendrily bits. I use the word tendrily a lot, but I think it describes what I'm talking about quite well. But it's got lots of personality. It's gonna make some really beautiful shapes in the vase. So I'm just going through and separating out all of the pieces gently and just taking off what's happening below our blooms and this section of the stem. And sweet pea is in season at the moment, but it's actually native to southern Italy and Sicily. So it's even though it's got kind of a bit of an English garden feel, it's actually native to that part of the world. And it smells really nice too. And thank you to the flower clubbers that responded in the Facebook group about doing a 360 design. So I hear you and we're doing it. This one's for you. All right, so my sweet peas are all separated, foliage removed. And now we're gonna go in and prep our gerberas. Obviously there's no foliage on the stem, but what we will do is we're gonna wire them. And we do that because we wire flowers like gerberas so that they stay upright in the vase and they don't just start flopping down and looking at the floor. And it also means that we can kind of manipulate the stem a little bit so they can create a bit more versatility when you're designing with them. And they're a bit of a star in that way. So you will have, I'm not sure if you can see this against my shirt. So what we're going to do, I like to start off by cutting the top of the wire at an angle, just to create a sharp point to go into the head easier. Take the gerbera by the neck and we're just going to place stem of the wire through the head of the gerbera. Not enough that you see it poking through the middle, just enough so that it's kind of nestled in the center of the little bud here. And then I'm going to hold it gently. This one's a little bit wonky, but that's all right. I'm just going to wrap all the way down. Round and round and round we go, just like that. You don't have to have take the wire all the way to the bottom of the stem because we will be trimming them as well, and we'll just trim straight through the wire. So just as long as, you know, that kind of midsection here is sufficiently wired, you're good to go. So I'm just going to continue doing that with the rest of my 4 other gerberas, and I'll check back in with you. All right, so we've wired all of our gerberas, and a good tip is just be gentle. Just like as you twist, the wire is flexible enough just to follow your hand. And if it breaks or anything, that's okay, because it's a low design. If it breaks kind of somewhere down here, no big deal. All right, let's pop all of our little friends over here. And we start with our foliage called basing. So we base with our foliage first, and that just makes life easier to start putting in our flowers. It means that they're not going to get damaged by any foliage kind of being popped through, because obviously it's a lot sturdier than our sweet peas, for example. And it starts to create the shape. Sometimes the best way to start is to just start. Just start putting in the foliage, and it will kind of naturally take its shape as you work. You don't have to be too particular when you're just getting started with your foliage. At least that's what I tell myself. Because when you do a 360 design, we'll keep turning like this as we go. Or if you design sometimes with a mirror in front of you, and then you can be seeing it from the back and the front kind of at the same time, which can make life easier. So if you have a big mirror in front of you, then that works too. I'm going to make this one just a little bit smaller. It was hanging out a little high, so I'll just take off a little bit of the stem and pop it back from whence it came. So you can see I've made one side a little bit taller, one side a little bit shorter, and then just spinning the vase, you can see a few pieces in the middle as well, just to create a little bit of the structure in the center. And we're just going to continue on, maybe popping a few on this side. So that's our thrip in, and I'm going to put in some pieces of the wax flower. Spinning as I go, so I might put it in on the diagonal on the other side. Hope everyone's enjoying their flower clubs. Any suggestions are welcome. Pop it in the Facebook group. I'm all ears. I love to hear what other flower lovers love. And if there's any blooms you're not loving, pop them off over the shoulder like it never happened. And once you're at this stage, you can have a step back, give it a spin, see if you're happy with the shape, make any changes. I'm happy. And what I'm going to do is follow the line that I've created here and then create a little bit of a pop in the center with my sweet peas. I have some taller pieces kind of coming up. The sweet peas might be in mixed colors. You might get white, you might get purple, pink, this lovely lavender color. They come in lots of different colors, and each are just as beautiful as each other. Something like this, definitely keep that. This adds some really interesting texture. And I'm also finding stems that have a bit of a curve and kind of hooking them into the vase, and then they lay in a really pretty way, kind of falling over the lip of the vase, which is a lovely effect. I love it. That's why I love sweet peas. They just kind of, no two bunches are the same. They're going to do what they want to do. And I'm going to fill the middle up as well. Spinning, I'm spinning, I'm spinning. I'm seeing what I'm working with, feeling any gaps as I go, and then maintaining the shape that I'm working with. And then I'm going to start putting some more on this side. Then out this side, I'm going to find one that's a bit longer and follow the line that I've created on this side. Is anyone growing peas in their garden? If you're growing your peas and you see these on your pea vine, definitely cut them and put them in a vase because they're so fragrant and so beautiful. And the key to doing 360, just keep spinning, just keep on spinning, viewing it from all angles and making sure that there's no gaps, the shape is balanced, and you're happy with what's going on from every angle. Okay, I want to continue this height on this taller section, so I'm going to take a long piece, stand it up, stay. This is where I'm at, spinning, 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 and I'm wanting to add some of these kind of interesting shaped pieces in kind of low down, so they create a little bit of a natural kind of movement. So we're starting to get a little wild with the shape. That's just the way that I really like it. I like when it has a little bit of an unexpected kind of shapes, embracing the squiggle of the sweet peas, but if you want something a little bit more uniform, you don't have to drop these quite as low. You can keep them quite tight to the vase. That'll look beautiful too. So needing a little something down here. All right, so I've placed all of my sweet pea where I'd like it to be, turning at every angle, making sure I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, and now I have reserved some of these pieces, which are the ones with the little wiry bits on them and the little buds. They're really, really cute. And I'm gonna keep these to play with at the end after I place my gerberas. So for our gerberas, they're gonna be our stunning focals, and they'll pop up, maybe nestling some in amongst the sweet pea and then popping some out like this. I'm gonna have a little fun with it. And before I do that, I'm just going to hold them up, see where I want them. I think I'll start kind of up here. And you can kind of see how with a little bit of manipulation, gentle manipulation, you can have the stem facing forward. So wherever you place it, just gently, gently angle it so that the wire bends the stem ever so slightly. And then that will be facing directly at you when you're looking at the design. Okay, I actually cut that one a bit lower than I realized, but it's still placed where I wanted it to be. Gently finding your way through the sweet peas just to make sure you don't damage them. And if you do find a bit of resistance in the vase, just twist, 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 and that usually gets through pretty easily. Created a bit of a line going through there, and then on my other side, I'm going to place the other two there at the moment. So I've placed one just in the center there, and then I'm going to place my last one kind of coming out here to finish it off. And you can cut through the wire really easily just with scissors. No need for any wire cutters or anything too fancy. You can see I placed this last one, but I want it to be facing forward a little bit, so I'm just going to ever so gently just move that stem. Alrighty, I've just also placed these extra little pieces here and here. I think they just create a nice little, extra little something. And I'm just going to place the last couple just around the lip of the vase, these little shorties. Okay, and I'm all done with my design. So we have based it with our foliage. We've popped in our sweet peas and then wired our gerberas and placed them in a little 360 moment, and then just keeping spinning, spinning, spinning your vase, making sure that you're happy with it from all angles. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of an extra technique today and making something 360. Just mix it up. I can't wait to see you next time. I hope you enjoy. Have a great week. Bye.